This is Off the Air with Rich Herrera on Radio Influence.
Probably one of the most famous plays in the last decade in college football, the missed field goal against Auburn. I thought it was just amazing. And you talk about being a wordsmith and able to describe, and the famous quote from the Auburn announcer, Rod Bamblett, is they're not going to keep them off the field tonight. And it was your call and his calls were so amazing. CBS showed them back to back. Yours was, and there's nobody there for Alabama. Does that just come out naturally? Is that because there's no way you could prepare for a play like that?
There were 3 broadcasts that were being done at that very moment. The interesting thing was, I did the call, and as often happens, you don't really remember what you say. And of course, we did not play it back on our post game because it was not, from our standpoint, a highlight at all. It was a low light. So we did not play it back on our post game. Driving back to Birmingham, we did not even put the radio on. It was myself and my wife and our daughter and another couple, I believe, was with us. We were heading back to Birmingham, and it was almost abject silence in the car. Plus, I get home fairly late. It was a late afternoon game, and by the time you get through traffic, then drive the 2 hours from Auburn to Birmingham, it was fairly late. And I had a 6 a.m. flight the next morning to Las Vegas to do some work out there for NASCAR at the Champions Week. So I went to bed, never heard the calls again, didn't care to necessarily. I got on the airplane. It was a nonstop flight from Birmingham to Vegas, and I wake up somewhere over, I don't know, Omaha, or wherever the heck it was, I don't know. And I'm just sitting there in my seat, and I said, I never did hear anything from last night. So with the miracle of onboard Wi-Fi on airplanes now, I got online and I listened to my call and to Rod's call and to Vern's call. And I think it is fair to say that each of us nailed it correctly for the audience that we were dealing with.
Follow Rich Herrera on Twitter at RBIRich to see info on upcoming shows and where you can catch him on the air on the MLB Network on Sirius XM. This has been Off the Air with Rich Herrera on Radio Influence.